In the headlines, government reaffirms commitment to protecting vulnerable households as it defends cost of living response in Parliament. Venezuela focus on shifts from search efforts to humanitarian needs as interim president announces IMF support fund. Temperatures soar across the U.S. ahead of 250th birthday celebrations. And in sports, Ronaldo leads Portugal to victory over Croatia in FIFA World Cup. These and other stories coming up in SVG-TV's news and sports this evening.
Good evening and welcome to SVG-TV News and Sports. For Friday, July 3rd, 2026. I am Twyla Thompson with the details. The government of St. Vincent and the Grenadines says it has not conducted a formal assessment of the impact of inflation on low-income households. However, it maintains that it is fully aware of the challenges that rising prices pose for individuals and has introduced several measures to help ease the burden. Prime Minister and Minister of Finance, Honorable Dr. Godwin Friday, made the disclosure in Parliament while responding to a question from Opposition Senator Carlos James on whether the government intended to undertake an assessment of inflation's impact on low-income families. Dr. Friday said the administration has already implemented a number of initiatives to cushion the effects of the rising cost of living, including increasing monthly public assistance payments to $500 and providing an additional $40 monthly top-up for National Insurance Services (NIS) minimum pensioners, from March to September this year.
To ease the impact of rising prices on the wider population, the government delivered a VAT-free shopping day. I hope you took advantage of it on December the 19th last year. The government paid salary bonuses to all public servants and pensioners, including, Madam Speaker, daily paid, even part-time daily paid workers, the most vulnerable people. What's more, Madam Speaker, the government also recently announced the temporary cost of living measures to help blunt the effects of imported inflation caused by the war in the Gulf. The 50% tax reductions on gasoline, diesel, and low sulfur diesel result in a per gallon subsidy of almost $1.90.
Dr. Friday said the government has effectively absorbed over $11 million under the country's bonus-malus fuel pricing mechanism to cushion motorists and businesses from the full impact of rising international oil prices. The Prime Minister also told Parliament that the government continues to closely monitor domestic inflation trends. He noted that based on the Consumer Price Index, inflation has remained relatively low at around 1% so far this year, while acknowledging that many families continue to face financial pressures. Dr. Friday encouraged citizens to play their part in helping to keep prices down by making informed spending decisions and supporting efforts to maintain price stability.
Though we expect it will trend upwards as the year progresses, again for the same reason mentioned, the inflation caused by the fuel, price disruptions, and the imported costs that from those fuel increases, the imported costs and the goods that we import. So, Madam Speaker, we are monitoring the situation, and we will respond in a targeted manner to protect the most vulnerable in our society. At the same time, Madam Speaker, we spoke earlier in an earlier question about the bonus-malus system and how the government has tried, in a sense, to eat some of the increasing costs so it's not passed on entirely to consumers and to businesses. But at the same time, Madam Speaker, we all have to do our part. You know, if you're still driving into town, you're alone in a car, well, you know that your burning gas is at a much higher price. We can conserve. Try our best, Madam Speaker, to be more conscious of the costs that we're imposing on ourselves and on the society at large as a result of the practices that we have come used to over time. But these are not normal times. And so that we all have to make, it's useful, I urge us all to make these adjustments, Madam Speaker, so that the costs can be mitigated at a personal level.
The government of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, through the Ministry of Agriculture, Forestry and Rural Transformation, in collaboration with the Ministry of Fisheries, Marine Conservation and Climate Resilience, has secured a $1.3 million EC technical cooperation program project from the Food and Agricultural Organization, FAO. Minister of Agriculture, Honorable Israel Bruce, told Parliament yesterday in a ministerial statement that the initiative titled Geospatial Systems for Data-Driven Agriculture and Coastal Risk Management is aimed at strengthening the country's capacity to manage agriculture, fisheries, and coastal resources in the face of accelerating climate change and growing environmental challenges.
This project is rather important, Madam Speaker, in that both our agriculture and our fisheries sectors face increasing threats. Madam Speaker, honorable members, those threats that I speak to include climate variability and extreme weather, coastal ecosystem degradation, invasive species, limited real-time data for decision-making, and gaps in advanced geospatial and digital capabilities. Whilst earlier FAO support interventions in 2023 and 2024 has helped us to establish a national drone team, our ministries still lack the capacity and the advanced analytics, specialized sensors, and integrated systems needed to fully operationalize geospatial technologies. This project, therefore, directly addresses those gaps.
Minister Bruce said the project will deliver several key components, including advanced agricultural drone technology and a pest surveillance system to improve monitoring and decision-making in the sector.
Accordingly, the Ministry of Agriculture, Forestry and Rural Transformation will receive 2 agriculture-grade drones with multispectral sensors, training for 10 agricultural officers, 5 agricultural geospatial datasets, a National Agriculture Drone Operations and Safety Manual, and a specialized aerial pest and pathogen management protocol. What this will do, Madam Speaker, is that it will modernize our surveillance of crop health, land use, and pest outbreaks, enabling faster and more targeted responses. B, GIS digital data and decision support system.
Minister of Housing, Informal Human Settlements, Lands and Surveys, Honorable Andrew John says the government's assessment of state lands allocated before the November 2025 general elections is in its final stages, stressing that the exercise is intended to ensure fairness and transparency rather than deprive anyone of land. Speaking on NBC Radio, Minister John dismissed suggestions that the government is taking back lands from individuals who received allocations under the previous administration. He said the review was initiated to determine how state lands were distributed and to verify that established procedures were followed. The minister noted that between 1 and 2 months before the November 2025 general elections, approximately 215 parcels of state land were distributed by the former administration.
And when you have land being distributed at that magnitude, you have to take a step back and say, let's look at how this was done. And so we did that, and we decided we were going to do a review on it. And I'm pleased to tell people that, tell our people that the review has almost been completed. And so we are asking parcels now to come on a one-on-one basis and let us collect, let's go through the process, continue the process, right? The issues that we discovered were, one, some parcels had up to 4 lots attributed to them. We can't allow one parcel to get 4 lots of land. By law, the thing really should be 1 parcel per parcel. And it's really for parcels who are in need, right? Of course, there are allowances being made for parcels who want to invest, whether in agriculture or in any other industry. Once the land is available, we could make it available because we have to keep moving forward as a country. So parcels can feel free. If you don't have 4 pieces, 2 pieces, 3 pieces, you can come in and let us have a discussion.
Minister John said the assessment has revealed that some of the individuals who received land allocations were not in genuine need of state land. He said the findings underscored the importance of ensuring that state lands are allocated to persons who qualify and are most in need.
So we're looking at the people who receive it. If you are able, you're comfortable where you live and you have your home and so on, you might be able to allow somebody else who are in more desperate need to have that, right? And then if you received before from the government, you had an offer before from the government. Some people have not even settled the force order that they had because we have all this information, you know. They received a few years ago, they haven't settled, they haven't paid, and so they go back because they can and get another parcel. Now, we're not going to allow that. We're not going to allow that. And that is why we're asking parcels to come in on a one-on-one basis. Don't be afraid. Don't take the advice of the people who you might say talk on the street or people who like to just print things. Come into the office. And people do come in because I usually see a lot of people at housing. And I try to make myself available as much as possible. But I just want to assure persons that the process of helping persons who are in need is still in effect, and we are going to ensure that it's distributed equally.
Responding to reports that legal action would be taken against the government over claims that it was attempting to repossess state lands, Minister John said the administration has not received any further communication on the matter.
Because I found it a little amusing, you know. It's there is a contract for every parcel of land that is distributed or sold. Very often, the contract is not really enforced, right? Because parcels are given, the contract says you should settle, you can settle all of it in 12 months, or you could pay half in 12 months and make arrangement to pay the rest over 4 installments. Well, some parcels do settle at one time, right? But that is a rare instance. Very few persons stick to the contract in terms of the 12 months or all or half or whatever. Because we do realize too that it's not always easy for these people who are acquiring these lands to pay upfront or pay over a short period of time. These are people who more than likely, a lot of them are either unemployed or at the lower end of the salary spectrum, right? So leeway has been given. Every government that comes into to power or into office would give leeway to have these paid over a period of time. So I found it very amusing when somebody said they're going to put the government to court, right? But that was as it was. We have gone past that. The thing is now we are encouraging people to take this process a little more seriously.
The Royal St. Vincent and the Grenadines Police Force SVG-PF is investigating the circumstances surrounding the death of Leda Lewis, an 84-year-old farmer of Peruvian Vale. A news release from the SVG-PF says on Thursday, July 2nd, 2026, at approximately 12:50 p.m., police received a report requesting assistance in the area. Officers responded to the report and several checks were made about the area where the motionless body of Miss Lewis was discovered. The body was pronounced dead at the scene. A post-mortem examination will be conducted to ascertain the exact cause of death. The SVG-PF says several persons of interest are currently in custody and are assisting with the investigation. In an unrelated matter, the SVG-PF today provided an update in relation to the shooting death of Daniel Vetrino, a 39-year-old technical service manager of Columbia, Scotland, which occurred in Jim Hill, Canawan on Wednesday, June 24th. 2026. The SVG-PF says a post-mortem examination was conducted on June 29th, 2026. And the cause of death was determined to be exsanguination as a result of multiple gunshot wounds. The SVG-PF says investigations into the matter are ongoing. Anyone with information that may assist the police is asked to contact them soonest. Vincentians urged peaceful celebrations as Vincy Mas 2026 activities intensify. This and other stories coming up when we return with more local news. Stay with us.
Welcome to Sista,
Welcome to the upgraded C-Star Limited.
where we offer to almost all your household items.
They've expanded their range to sofas, dining and patio sets, beds and mattresses, wardrobes, kitchen cabinets, office furniture. That's just a few from the luxurious collection. Not forgetting their signature quality windows, doors, rails, and bathroom enclosures. Journey on up to C-Star, where their friendly sales clerk is happy to assist. C-Star Limited, where quality meets style.
A funeral service should be one that you can be proud of, one that leaves lasting memories of your loved ones. And that's where you need the New Haven Funeral Home. We are proud of the quality and class we have brought to the industry. We are proud for having trained the very first certified embalmers in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. We are proud of leading the way in terms of live streaming of funerals online so that your family members overseas could also be part of the celebration of life. We are constantly improving our services. We are driven by customer satisfaction, and we are proud of all that we do.
New Haven Funeral Home.
Listen, the big hardware stores have been ripping off Vincentians for years with their high prices. They came General Hardware with the lowest prices ever in SVG. Now, the big guys are scrambling to drop their prices, but they still can't beat the General. So don't let them fool you. General Hardware still has the best prices on lumber, plywood, and steel. And even with a sale, the General beats that too. So go on, compare prices. Then come to General Hardware and save dollars every day. Because nobody beats the General. Nobody. General Hardware Supplies, located next to Yvette's Pork City in Arnesville. Call 453-9000.
Thinking of winning the lotto jackpot? Well, there is an easy way. Combo Play. Choose 4 numbers from 1 to 36. That's a combo 4 at a cost of $64. Match any 4 of the 5 numbers and win the lotto jackpot. There's combo 6, where you purchase 6 numbers for only $12. Match any 5 of the 6 lotto numbers and hit the jackpot. How about Combo 7? That's a purchase of 7 lotto numbers for $42. Match any 5 of the 7 numbers and you will win the jackpot. There are also Combo 3, Combo 8, and Combo 9 lotto plays. Visit the NLA headquarters in Pauls Avenue or WhatsApp 495-6886 for more details. Lotto, you have to be in it to win it.
Shop with confidence at Quartz. Get the lowest prices guaranteed. Get appliances, furniture, electronics, and so much more. If you find a lower price on any other products elsewhere, we'll match the price. Plus, we'll give you back 110% of the difference. Shop with confidence only at Quartz. Bringing value home. Special conditions apply.
Welcome back. Chairman of the Carnival Development Corporation, CDC, Ricardo Ricky Adams, says this year's Vincy Mas celebrations are progressing smoothly with strong support from patrons and stakeholders across all major events. Speaking with SVG-TV News during the Steel and Glitter event, Adams expressed satisfaction with how the festival has unfolded so far. He noted that Vincy Mas remains deeply rooted in Vincentian culture, adding that the celebration goes beyond entertainment and reflects the nation's identity and heritage.
Things are going very well. There's a lot of excitement. There are a lot of people on the ground in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. I don't think you could find a hotel room or a car rental available now. And we're really pleased that people are coming in to experience and enjoy Vincy Mas because, you know, it is our story to tell. It is our culture. And that's why we're so proud that we can continue to have these cultural events right in the heart of the season because it is primarily about the culture. You know, it is, we all want to go to the parties and the fetes and everything like that, and I encourage people to go to the parties and the fetes. But while you're doing that, I also encourage you to experience the genuine culture of the carnival, our Vincy Mas. Next year, of course, we're going to be celebrating 50 years, the 50th anniversary of the change of Vincy Mas to a June-July festival. So that is going to be exciting for us. We're going to be kicking that off.
Adams also highlighted that this year marks the 59th anniversary of Vincy Mas, describing it as a significant milestone for the country's cultural festival. He said the CDC is committed to delivering an unforgettable experience for both residents and visitors. He encouraged the public to participate in the remaining Vincy Mas activities.
Vincy Mas has been innovative in a lot of areas. We were one of the very early carnivals to introduce a no bottle policy, and we always brag that we have one of the safest carnivals. You know, I go to bed at night and I wake up every morning listening to ensure that people had a good time without any incidents. And so far, again this year, we've continued to have that. And we're just telling people, you know, it is high energy, it is intimate, it is Vincy Mas. And we have a few more events coming up. We have, of course, our Juve coming up. We have our Monday t-shirt. And Tuesday, when everybody is going to be on the road, I would just say, you know what, come enjoy, have a wonderful time, have a wonderful experience, and make sure that you enjoy yourself where you respect yourself and others, and do it in a safe manner with all the energy and the excitement for which Vincy Mas is known. And when you leave and you go back on the Wednesday after Carnival, when you're leaving, make a promise to come again for the 50th anniversary of Vincy Mas and go back and tell your friends that you were here and you now understand why Vincy Mas is the hottest carnival in the Caribbean.
As excitement builds for Vincy Mas 2026, with several activities and competitions scheduled for this weekend, Vincentians are expressing their appreciation for the cultural festival while calling for peaceful and responsible celebrations.
Probably towards the weather, a little shaky, but probably if God said the weather might still stick up, so in a little later timing, things might pick up. But it's a hit and miss.
Looking forward to making plenty money. Most on her life. Have life and then make plenty money.
I enjoy myself in the carnival and how this never happened in the history of St. Vincent unless, you know, we, St. Vincent do it. All right, Vincy Nice, you don't know what time it is, party time, and we outside. Out is out. That is it, no long talk, right?
So yeah, for me, Carnival is a very exciting time of the year because it's the one time you can let loose, you know, be yourself. A lot of people come to Carnival for the same thing every year, come home and have a good time. And I've been having a great time.
Interviewees also urged individuals to reject violence and embrace the true spirit of the festival by celebrating responsibly and respecting one another.
Enjoy yourself, keep it safe, don't get in trouble, and all the bad man of them, throw down the gun for Carnival. Right?
I'm looking forward to the violence free and everybody have a spectacular 2026 Carnival, and each one love each one. No violence. That is the motto.
The regional news is coming up next. Stay with us.
The Ever-Ready Funeral Home at French's is your friend in times of grief. With over 40 years' experience, they are prepared to take care of all your funeral arrangements. Embalming, lowering device service, grave mattresses, carpeting, vaults, tombs and wreaths. Arrangements for television obituaries. Cremation is available upon request. Ever-Ready Funeral Home offers the finest in caskets and coffins, local and imported. So, in your time of need, call Ever-Ready Funeral Home at any time. 456-1494. Ever-Ready Funeral Home, offering service above self.
Pharmacy, why choose us? We have all the prescriptions and over-the-counter medications, personal care products, lowest price guaranteed. Located conveniently next to the Bank of SVG on Grenville Street. Opening hours Monday to Thursday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Friday, 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Email us bowmanpharmacy@yahoo.com. Call us today at 456-2235 or 593-3918. Bowman's Pharmacy, easy to find and ready to serve you.
Welcome back. Venezuela's interim president has announced a $200 million reconstruction fund in partnership with the International Monetary Fund to support rebuilding efforts after the country was struck by twin earthquakes. We hear more in this report.
Debris fields litter earthquake-affected areas in La Guaira State, and clearing work is already underway at abandoned rescue sites. But more than a week after twin earthquakes in Venezuela, cleanup crews still stop to give rescue crews a little more time.
We've just heard there may be someone alive in one of these collapsed buildings, and canine rescue units are being called in to investigate.
Professionals search the site with dogs and detection tools, calling for total silence, calling out to survivors. listening for any response. While Venezuelan volunteers, drawn to the suffering of their own people, do what they can to help. A disagreement stops work as local police insist the site has gone cold. But international search and rescue teams continue rolling through the scene, insisting there are positive indicators and that someone may still be alive and they must carry on. A medical team is ready and waiting.
The cutting and the digging has been going on for hours, and they just brought a stretcher into the collapsed building. There's a lot of tense faces here, and people are waiting for any news from inside.
The window for finding survivors closes a little more every day. Stories of miracle rescues offer people hope, but some international teams have already left. Others are expected to follow in coming days. There is a notable shift in the disaster response. While search and rescue and recovery work is ongoing, people left homeless and living in basic shelters need immediate assistance. Focus is shifting to emergency relief: food, water, medicine. Government aid stations like this one are lifelines for people living in the heart of the disaster zone. But this is just the first phase of what will be a years-long recovery process. And Venezuela will almost certainly need humanitarian assistance on a massive scale to get people back on their feet.
The international news is coming up next. Stay with us.
Quality products, quality care, low prices, great customer service, all at QCare Pharmacy. QCare leads the way, providing all your pharmaceutical needs, a variety of personal care products, and so much more. Located on Halifax Street. Telephone number 451-2690. QCare Pharmacy, where the Q stands for quality.
You can increase your chances of winning the Super 6 jackpots with a combo play. Remember, Super 6 numbers are from 1 to 28. Choose any 5 Super 6 numbers. That's a combo 5 for $69. Match any 5 of the 6 numbers and you will win the jackpots. Choose 7 Super 6 numbers for $21. Match any 6 of the 7 numbers and win the jackpots. There's more. Combo 8, where you purchase 8 Super 6 numbers for $84. Match any 6 of the 8 numbers and you will win the jackpot. There are also Combo 3 and Combo 4 Super 6 plays. Visit the NLA headquarters in Pauls Avenue or WhatsApp 495-6886 for more details. Super 6, bigger jackpots, more chances to win.
Since 2012, we have provided reliable, professional dialysis services in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. We are now proud to offer you new solutions for your health problems. Each new solution is being delivered to you with the same high degree of care and professionalism. We also use the best technology in the delivery of our services. So, does your doctor need a precise view of what's happening inside your body? Let us perform an ultrasound for you. Ladies, if it's your breasts, then choose our mammography service. For all issues related to men and women's health at any stage in your life, our team can perform the necessary investigations to put your mind at ease and recommend solutions for your problems. If it's to see within your chest or check for broken bones and fractures, then use our state-of-the-art U-Arm X-ray service. For you aging men and women, we can now check your bone density, which will reduce any complications that may arise with overall bone health, osteoporosis, or arthritis. Health Solutions will provide answers and results in a timely, accurate manner in the most comfortable environment, while you are taken care of by well-trained and experienced staff. Please call us today at 451-2836 or 434-3170, or visit us online at healthsolutionsSVG.com. You can also follow us on Facebook or Instagram. Health Solutions, where we are providing solutions in SVG with care.
Singer is a family store. We sell everything you need for your kitchen and more. Top brands and appliances. TVs, fridges, cookers. We make your life so easy. Just come in and see us. A wide range of furniture. Right here at Singer. Affordable beds and mattresses. Right here at Singer. Washing machines to make your laundry clean and fresh. Singer is a family that gives you the best hire purchase deal. Right here at Singer. We'll outfit your home. Right here at Singer. The #1 family store. It's us with Singer.
Welcome back. On the international scene, the United States is in the grip of a heat wave as the country prepares to celebrate 250 years of independence. People are being warned not to spend too much time outside, even as big outdoor events take place in the nation's capital. We hear more in this report.
Washington, D.C., hats and hydration are the order of the day, and where there's demand, there's supply.
Don't let dehydration ruin your vacation.
With this heat, it's good business.
4th of July, we bring in lunch, about good at $8,000.
The Great American State Fair is the centerpiece of the 250th anniversary celebrations in the U.S. Capitol, with patriotic Americans braving the heat.
We're prepared. We have water, we've got the towels. We're going to make the best of it.
We have these fans. They can feel that.
Oh gosh, I can feel that.
Well, not too bad for me. I'm from Florida, but it is a little hot. But for my wife being a diabetes, it's really bothered her very much.
I just felt like I was going to pass out. So it's very hot for me.
It's a heat dome across more than half of America that's locking in these high temperatures. Cities in the east are worst affected. In Massachusetts, this ice maker's seeing a big spike in sales.
I love the heat. The heat has made this business an Iceman's dream.
And in New York, they're sweltering. There's no telling these children in Washington that heat waves can't be fun. And with temperatures that feel like 44 degrees Celsius, I can't tell you how tempting that looks.
We are under what's called an extreme heat alert from today through Saturday, which includes the large 4th of July celebrations, as well as a lot of other events that are going on in the National Mall.
Despite the heat health warnings, the president's looking forward to Saturday's event.
On July 4th, it's going to be approximately 107 degrees out. And I'm going to go and I'm going to make a really long speech just to show that I can do anything.
That's the news. Sports is just ahead. But before that, let's take a look at the local weather forecast.
The weather report sponsored by General Hardware.
Listen, the big hardware stores have been ripping off Vincennes for years with their high prices. They came General Hardware with the lowest prices ever in SVG. Now, the big guys are scrambling to drop their prices, but they still can't beat the General. So don't let them fool you. General Hardware still has the best prices on lumber, plywood, and steel. And even with a sale, the General beats that too. So go on, compare prices. Then come to General Hardware and save dollars every day. Because nobody beats the General. Nobody. General Hardware Supplies, located next to Yvette's Pork City in Arnesville. Call 453-9000.
Present conditions: cloudy, breezy, and hazy. Winds northeast at 24 kilometers per hour. Temperature 27.4 degrees Celsius. Relative humidity 84%. Barometric pressure 14.5 millibars. 24-hour rainfall 10.9 millimeters. Today's maximum temperature 27.7 degrees Celsius. Today's minimum temperature 22.7 degrees Celsius. Sunset 6:35 p.m. and sunrise will be at 5:42 a.m. The forecast: partly cloudy to cloudy, hazy and breezy with a few isolated showers. And the synopsis: the Atlantic high pressure system will begin to rebuild across the islands.
The weather report was sponsored by General Hardware.
Tourism has many benefits to St. Vincent and the Grenadines. It creates growth and a boost in economic activities, infrastructure development, job creation, entrepreneurship, and is a source of foreign exchange earnings. Supermarkets and vendors, bars, restaurants, taxis, tour guides, hotels, service providers, and many more all benefit directly from income gained through the tourism industry. Taxes collected from visitors to our country help St. Vincent's economy and its growth. Tourism is everyone's business. Live it, love it, embrace it.
Tourism is everyone's business. Yeah. Live it, love it, embrace it.
Good evening and welcome to the Evening Sports. I'm Triska Campbell. We heard that Cristiano Ronaldo inspired Portugal in a hard-fought 2-1 win over Croatia, scoring a penalty before being substituted. Ramos sealed the victory, sending Portugal into the round of 16 after a dramatic offside VAR decision. Al Jazeera's Ian Wood has more in this report.
This game was all about one man, Cristiano Ronaldo. The Portuguese fans jubilantly walking out of the stadium with their heads high, moving forward to the round of 16. Portugal played a hard-fought game against Croatia. It was Croatia that got the first goal. Things slowed down, but finally the Portuguese tied it up on a penalty kick by Ronaldo himself. He was substituted later in the game, but that didn't seem to affect the fans cheering his name throughout. Finally, Gonçalo Ramos got that game-winning goal. Portugal put ahead 2-1, but in the final minutes of extra time, it looked like maybe Croatia would tie it up. Fortunately for Portugal, though, a video replay showed that it was a disallowed goal. It was offside. Portuguese fans celebrating that. They got the game. It's their night. Here's what they had to say.
A little close calls on the Croatia side, but we made it happen, and that's all that matters. Let's go!
The game, man, was great. The referee was a crook. But we still won the game, man. What do you want better than that, man?
This marks the end of World Cup matches here in Toronto. Canada embraced the World Cup, embraced football. For a country known for hockey, people have turned out to cheer on no matter what team played here, celebrating the beautiful game. Ian Wood, Al Jazeera, Toronto.
St. Vincent and the Grenadines will be represented at the 2026 John T. Memorial Race in Anguilla by a 5-man squad. The SVG Cycling Union team of Zephal Bailey, Lucky Antrobus, and Sage Williams, along with manager Emerson Holder and President Shimano Bailey, who will serve as one of the event's commissaries, left the state today, Friday, July 3rd, 2026. The first set of beastly machines arrived in Guyana for the Grand GT Challenge de la Americas on July 11th to the 12th at the South Dakota circuit. The cars and bikes were cleared in Georgetown yesterday morning as momentum builds to the Mega Guyana Grand Prix later this month. And tomorrow, Saturday, July 4th, some of the world's most incredible GT race cars will take over Main Street in Georgetown for an unforgettable evening of speed, style, and motorsport excitement. That's how we end sports this evening. I'm Triska Campbell. We'll be right back to wrap things up.
Listen, the big hardware stores have been ripping off Vincentians for years with their high prices. They came General Hardware with the lowest prices ever in SVG. Now, the big guys are scrambling to drop their prices, but they still can't beat the General. So don't let them fool you. General Hardware still has the best prices on lumber, plywood, and steel. And even with a sale, the General beats that too. So go on, compare prices. Then come to General Hardware and save dollars every day. Because nobody beats the General. Nobody. General Hardware Supplies, located next to Yvette's Pork City in Arnesville. Call 453-9000.
Welcome back. Now for a second look at the headlines. Government reaffirms commitment to protecting vulnerable households as it defends cost of living response in Parliament. Venezuela focus shifts from search efforts to humanitarian needs as interim president announces IMF support fund. Temperatures soar across the U.S. ahead of 250th birthday celebration. And in sports, Ronaldo leads Portugal to victory over Croatia in FIFA World Cup. Now for a recap of the weather forecast. Partly cloudy to cloudy, hazy and breezy with a few isolated showers. On behalf of all of us here at SVG-TV, thanks for viewing. I am Twyla Thompson, inviting you to visit our Facebook page for a recap of the news and daily headlines. Also, check out SVG-TV's News in 15 weekdays at 12:45 p.m. Again, thanks for viewing and enjoy the rest of your evening.